Em ăn thịt nhỏ thôi nhé. Hả? Thịt lông. Thịt lông. Không đeo thì được. Chị lâu ăn được biết nè. Chụp hình răng răng đi.
What a $5 day out in Vietnam looks like. I'm Hong. I'm 34 years old and currently unemployed. But honestly, being jobless in rural Vietnam isn't as stressful as you might think. Life here is affordable, peaceful, and much slower. So today, I'm going to show you what $5 can get you in Vietnam. And honestly, I'm feeling so excited right now. The weather this morning is absolutely beautiful. Come with me. I've finally arrived at my breakfast spot. This morning, I'm having steamed rice rolls, one of the most popular street foods in Vietnam. Steamed rice rolls are made from thin rice sheets. They're soft, silky, and very fragrant. Inside, there's minced pork and wood ear mushrooms, and the texture is just so satisfying.
Em ăn thịt nhỏ thôi nhé. Hả? Em ăn chìa nhỏ. Ăn chìa nhỏ.
They're usually served with fresh herbs, pickled vegetables, crispy fried rolls, and fish sauce. Simple ingredients, but incredibly flavorful. This is what Vietnamese street food is all about. Fresh food made right in front of you, quick meals served within minutes, tiny plastic chairs, motorbikes everywhere, and people casually eating breakfast by the roadside before starting their day. Most food stalls here are small family-run businesses. Parents cook, children help serve customers, and everyone has their own little role. Because operating costs are low, the food stays incredibly affordable. But cheap doesn't mean low quality. That's the part many foreigners are surprised by. Some of the best meals in Vietnam can be found in the smallest street stalls. No fancy decorations, no air conditioning, just good food and familiar flavors that people grow up with. You'll see office workers sitting next to construction workers, students sitting beside elderly people, everyone eating together on the same sidewalk. Motorbikes keep passing by, vendors call out to customers, and the smell of hot food fills the morning air. Everything feels noisy, busy, and maybe a little chaotic, but somehow, it also feels warm and alive. Sometimes I wonder how tourists feel when they see this for the first time. Maybe overwhelmed, or maybe strangely fascinated. Because in Vietnam, this kind of chaos is simply part of everyday life. Vietnamese street breakfasts really hit different. And now I'm completely full. Guess how much this breakfast cost? Just 10,000 Vietnamese dong. That's only about 40 cents. Crazy cheap, right? Anyway, next stop, head spa time. I come here pretty often whenever I want to relax a little, but honestly, I still get nervous every time I walk in because this place doesn't take appointments. Whoever arrives first gets served first, so every visit feels like a little game of luck. Will I get a spot right away or end up waiting forever? Today, There were already 2 people ahead of me, but luckily the wait wasn't too long. And soon it was finally my turn. This is honestly one of my favorite self-care routines in Vietnam. The moment I lie down, my whole body starts relaxing. Warm water, soft shampoo, gentle hands, everything feels so calming. By the way, head spas are really popular in Vietnam, especially among women. And it's not just about getting your hair washed. People come here to relax, catch up with friends, or simply take a break from their busy lives. For a lot of Vietnamese women, getting their hair washed once or twice a week is just part of their routine. Some even come with friends or family and spend an hour or two just chatting and relaxing together. They slowly massage my scalp while washing my hair. Then comes the neck and shoulder massage, and honestly, that part feels amazing. I didn't even realize how tense my shoulders were. After that, they wash my face and gently clean everything up. At this point, I'm basically half asleep already. And speaking of the price, this whole session lasts almost an hour, including shampooing, a scalp massage, face cleansing, and hair drying. And it costs only 30,000 Vietnamese dong, which is about $1.20. Pretty affordable, right? Compared to many other countries, services like this are still very affordable in Vietnam. That's why even students, office workers, or people with average incomes can enjoy them regularly. That's one thing I really appreciate about living here. You don't need a huge budget to enjoy life or take care of yourself once in a while. And I think that's one of the reasons why life in rural Vietnam feels a little less stressful. Prices here are still relatively affordable, and simple pleasures like this are accessible to most people. It's nice knowing that you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a relaxing day. And tell me honestly, do you also feel prettier right after washing your hair? I swear most girls probably understand this feeling.
Lấy tiền mẹ. Rồi, chị cảm ơn nhá.
Later, my friend came to pick me up for a short trip. The ride was about 45 minutes. The road looked so beautiful today. Green fields everywhere, mountains in the distance, and the cool wind hitting our faces as we rode through the countryside. Honestly, I always enjoy moments like this. No rushing, no traffic jams, just quiet roads and beautiful views. On the way there, we kept eating fruit and talking non-stop. We talked about childhood memories, old classmates, funny stories from years ago, relationships, work, money, dreams, literally everything. That's probably my favorite thing about long rides with close friends. We've known each other for more than 20 years. I don't have many friends, but I've realized that a few truly good friends are enough. With them, I can just be myself. No pretending, no pressure. And somehow, spending time with people I care about always feels like the best kind of rest. And just like that, the ride went by so fast. Before we knew it, we had arrived. We went to East Hill in Phong Nha, a place known for its signature grilled chicken and its fresh, natural atmosphere surrounded by greenery and open air. We ordered the signature dish, grilled chicken, and some beers. While waiting for the food, we started taking photos together. And honestly, taking photos can be a whole project for girls. We can take hundreds of shots and still look at each other and say, just one more. Different angles, different lighting, different poses. Somehow it never really ends until someone finally gives up and just laughs.
Rồi, đây coi không từ chưa? Ấy từ chụp hình nữ hướng. Đi nữa, nãy phải hướng đế đi. Rồi rồi, chụp đây tổng đen đế. Liên tục rồi hướng đi đi, hướng từ đây quay bố nè. Thì nặng quá phải đứng đâu ní. Nó đi làm ra đấy là cầu cao ngồi đó thì chụp được. Nặng quá. Hướng thành bố cây thông á.
Then the food finally arrived. Hot, smoky grilled chicken right in front of us. The smell alone was already enough to make everyone pause for a second. We didn't wait long. We just started eating right away. We ate, drank beer, and kept talking for hours. The conversation just kept flowing naturally, one story leading to another. There was no pressure to say anything important, it just felt easy. At some point, we were laughing so loudly that people nearby started looking at us. But honestly, I love moments like that. No phones in our hands, no pressure to capture everything, no need to post anything. Just real people, real food, and real conversations. The kind of moment where time doesn't really matter anymore. Then suddenly, it started raining. The air became colder, and the whole atmosphere shifted almost instantly. But instead of ruining the moment, it somehow made everything better. The sound of rain hitting the trees, the smell of grilled food in the air, the warm light around us. Everything felt softer, slower, and more peaceful. We looked at each other and none of us wanted to leave, so we just stayed. And weirdly enough, the rain made the whole moment even more memorable. Like one of those scenes you don't plan, but it stays in your memory for a long time. Everyone has their own life now. Different work, different struggles, different directions. It gets harder to meet like this as often as before. But moments like this make me feel connected again. Like no matter how life changes, some connections still stay the same. Life has been a bit slower lately, which actually gives me more time to go out, meet friends, and appreciate simple days like this. The total bill for food and beer was around 450,000 VND, roughly $17. My share was only about $3.04, which means this entire day cost me around $5. But honestly, it felt worth so much more than that. It's funny how the simplest days often become the most meaningful ones. Thank you so much for spending this day with me. And thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next video.